Bow, bow, bow. What's good, everybody, man? It's your boy, Kenny Shaw. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, with a brand new video, man. If you're new, go ahead. You know what to do. Click that subscribe button right now, because we on the road to 100K, man. We like 2,200 subscribers away from 100K, bro, man. We so close. So if you can, man, go make 2,000 accounts for your boy right now. Because we got a banger right now. You guys were telling me to react to this. Now, I am not going to react to the entire thing. Just because I'm not reacting to the entire thing. So if you want to watch the entire thing, shout out to Austin Mills, aka Millie Media. He put a little chapter breakdowns here. So fortunately enough, we're gonna go through the chapters, man. Like a couple y'all was saying, watch a few of them. So we're gonna watch a few of them right now. Get your popcorn ready. We got CRSWHT reveals his issue with the next chapter in Ballislife. Let's get to it. Now, you guys know we just did a mukbang with Frigga, actually, on the main channel, talking about a lot of stuff that the next chapter is doing. So let's get a little spicy.
I'm still. I'll never. People are like, oh, you should get back with Greg. Never. He goes, you're lying. He sounded like he was like recording us. By the way, you know, the next chapter was, we're going to say this one more time, was definitely stemmed off the idea of hooligans versus the world. Where's my cut, beloved? And this dude's a grown-ass man running a business, literally just lying on the phone saying I'm lying. You know, like kids were like, no, nuh-uh. I'm like, bro, what?
Here we go.
Shit out of y'all, East Coast squad, every game. Every time y'all played the West Coast squad, y'all got tackled. You didn't want to pay him either. P.S. I heard you got 2-point-something million for that. Where's
No.
Where's the money?
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Beyond the Court podcast. This is probably a surprise guest.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you. I'm in the Hooli mansion right now.
Guest.
It's a baby man. It's a baby man.
It's a nice little house, nice little crib. Nas wasn't able to make it. This would have been even probably more interesting conversation. It's always an interesting conversation with the Hooli.
Let's say the views ain't the same, right? All right, cool. Still got my W Hoolies out there, man. I love y'all. But, like, the views ain't the same, so they're like, oh, you fell off. Like, bitch, I'm getting more money than I was on YouTube. What the fuck are you talking about?
If somebody's views go down a little bit, they're gonna latch on and be like, "Nah, you're done. You're done." People want people to be done. They root on down. Some people root on downfalls. Yeah,
for sure. But
It's
like,
hard to
if you
maintain
ask me,
views, sustain views, not
that
gonna lie.
just tells me one thing about a person when they comment shit like that, though, right? It's like, bro. So you mean to tell me that you only watching somebody because of
their views,
what numbers they got?
Yeah.
That means you're not even following somebody for character traits. You'll follow anybody.
Yeah, it's like,
oh, you got numbers? Oh, let's go.
no, but that's why
You're a sheep. When you answer me and shit like, I'm like, wow, this person. Well, you're a sheep.
the first time I started social media, I had that theory of like the more. That's what I would tell myself. So like once I get followers, then more people are gonna validate me and then watch me. So it becomes easier because you're getting views and stuff, which isn't how you should watch somebody. You should watch somebody for like their content and who they are.
Facts, they're not lying about that.
Who they are, what they do. You know what I mean? Like, or something's very highly entertaining, right? Exactly, yeah. So if you're following something because it's entertaining, then that's what you should be watching it for.
All right, first question. We're gonna get right into it. This is something that I'm personally really curious about. We're gonna get into like more topics within the Park Takeover time, but what happened with the whole Kenny Dobbs docu-series that you guys were filming? It was you, Slim,
Kenny
White
Dobbs.
Iverson, Kenny Dobbs.
Oh,
there
the
was
TV
a whole
show?
the TV show that y'all were filming.
It's kind of there's some sticky details that I'm trying to stay away from because it's not my business.
Yeah.
But there was some business stuff that happened on their side of what they had going on that kind of fucked it up.
Yeah.
And they had an investor, and then people were trying to. There was a situation where people were saying that they were, you know, adding extra budgets, and somebody trying to dip into budgets for their pockets and shit like that.
Okay.
And that's pretty much all I'm gonna say about that. But well, I can tell you what happened with me though.
Yeah. Well, all right. So what happened? So they didn't drop it because of those reasons. But why did you fall off with them?
I stopped doing that shit because I stopped going to the actual and pulling up to the takeovers and the shit that they were doing because to me. There's you can do something for the money, and then you could do something, for the money that could negatively affect your life. And at the time, when I have this dude telling me, "Yo, this guy's telling me to like do shit and to talk shit to me," I'm like, bro, I'm not going through the same phase where I have to control myself and have to look at somebody disrespecting me and just kind of say something, and then it'd be, oh, he's about to fight somebody again. Like, bro, people don't understand, bro. Like, all right, but then when I do, if I do, I'm the bad guy. He's crazy.
Yeah.
He's
So
violent,
they
right?
basically wanted you to be the character.
You want me to be the
like,
crash out dummy?
The crash out, yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I'm not no fucking crash out dummy, dog.
Which gets a lot
are-
of clicks
he
and
is a
views,
crash out,
obviously.
though.
But
But look what that shit
when
got.
you would like,
Because now when somebody click, now if it's not a fight, nobody even click on my shit.
right.
Like, bro.
But when you would crash out, like you that was a real situation. Like if you had a situation at the park, it wasn't like forced.
Yeah.
It's like that was natural energy. You guys
Yeah.
got into it.
I'm just being myself when people do sucker shit. You know how, bro, have I ever held my tongue? You around me like privately when we outside, or when we like, going on trips for like basketball shit, even talking to people in my conversation. Have you ever heard me bite my tongue?
No, you're definitely the same person on and off camera. I think you should. I've told you should probably reel it back a little bit. Like sometimes bite your tongue.
Yeah.
But nah, you're definitely always the same.
You definitely said that to me. He was like, yo, listen, I think if you would have played a little bit of politics, man, you probably could have done a lot more.
Think about it. If Chris was still the character that we knew for the park takeover, and just the character that he is, because he's still the same guy. But like, if he would have attached with a brand and just had, a little bit more behind him through the down times, played it a little more political. There's a balance. You do. If we're being real,
in a bigger situation right now with the social media.
you probably would. Yeah. You probably even when we did the Creator League.
Bro, yo.
You're tweaking out at the Creator League.
I gave them what they wanted.
But
Bro, tweaked out at the Creator
I gave them
League.
what they wanted. Hundreds of thousands of views. Like,
Yeah.
that's what they had to say.
I think they
that's
left.
why they paid me the money.
I think they left some of it out too, like at
for
the end.
sure.
But that was the most entertaining part. I was like, don't cut that out.
I mean, look, but that's the thing is that I went ahead and gave them everything they're looking for.
No, for sure.
They paid me to do
They paid for Chris White. They
Yeah.
paid for the Hooli, and that's
They
what.
wanted the hooligan that makes the scene gets clicks and look.
Right.
Bada bing, bada boom. A lot of people don't understand it. That shit, I was just being extra as fuck.
But it
That shit was
sounds.
fire too, because everybody's like, yo, he's millions of views, bro. Yeah, keep playing with me, bro. I still do millions of views, bro. On my IG, TikTok. Well, TikTok not so much anymore, but on my IG alone, I be doing millions. I'm still doing views.
Does he do
I
millions
don't
on
get-
TikTok
like,
or on Instagram?
That's why people was like, oh, you fell off. I'm like, bro, I'm getting more money than I was when I was just doing YouTube, and I'm still clicking on Instagram. Shout out to IG, man. You know the IG fam, that Chris White.
Is there any part of you
He still
that
he
regrets,
doing millions
like,
on TikTok, on Instagram.
Like, do you have any out of the whole street ball phase? Do you have any regrets of how you acted? Like, could you?
Oh yeah.
Do you have specific
I have
situations?
a very big regret. My biggest regret is collabing with anybody.
Ooh. So I'm more so talking about when you got in, or like how you handled yourself, or the fact that you were totally authentic and let your emotions hang out. Like, you have no regrets about any of how you dealt with things, like through all the beefs and everything.
Look, people love conflict until there's a reason behind it, right? They gonna sit
I
here
can't
and try
even
to-
check because I have
it's
them
like-
blocked.
The way I put it is confrontational light. People look around and be like, yo, you dark, you're confrontational. You're bad, you're confrontational. But the confrontation that I'm bringing about is coming from the truth. So if somebody's light is lying and doing some swindling and some goofy shit and trying to, or being a hater, and if that's the light, if that's their light, I don't even want to be a part of it.
All right, respect.
I'm gonna come to you in my confrontational light, because to me that's the darkness. Y'all cap as fuck. You're bullshit. You're fraudulent. Your in-person character, who you are in real life, is a lame. Yeah. And if that's y'all light, you can have that shit, bro.
So you're saying you were just pointing out lameness, and then conflict arose, but it wasn't you being a bad character.
I mean, obviously, I'm very abrasive. Shout out to Cash for that word. I'm very abrasive. I stand on what I believe. You know what I mean? I show respect where respect is given and due. And I will immediately call somebody out on some fucking fuck shit.
Right when you see it.
Don't bring me the fraudulence. Don't bring me the. I'm so transparent. People hate it.
I've never seen you give anybody a pass. If they did something slightly weird, there's no patience.
And maybe that's my fault. Maybe that's a flaw of mine. I don't look at it as a flaw though, because I weed out anybody who's not supposed to be around me. Look, when everybody sees the success that I'm grinding for right now, which I'm gonna make sure everybody sees it. I'm just not showing it right now because I don't give a fuck. I'm not focused on showing it to people, right? When I am going to win one way or another, I am going to make it to where I want to with my, just in general money, my family. I'm grinding to be a multimillionaire. They grinding to get a couple million views. That's fine. Right. We have different goals, homie. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have different aspirations. Y'all want the approval of other people. I want the satisfaction of taking care of my whole family. You feel me?
Yeah. But you do have a whole family you're taking care of here.
I don't care about nothing else. Right. That other shit is cool. Sure, it's great to have people who watch you.
Surface level, though.
But what the fuck is it?
What does it do?
What does it do? Yeah. Some of these people are really getting money, though. Like Cam Wilder, I know he's probably getting super money right now. Right. But
you can do both, but
that shit only gonna last for a certain amount of time. Then what the fuck you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
What is he talking about?
Nah, that's a real conversation that needs to be had throughout all YouTube.
Yo, what you gonna do in 10 years from now, and you done spent all that money on cool clothes and trips and your girlfriend and whatever the fuck? What you gonna do? Yeah. Oh, I got a financial advisor. They just trying to get some money off you too, bro. Good luck.
All right, so that's pretty much it with the Dobbs thing. You don't want to speak too much on that whole situation.
It's not my business to tell.
For sure.
I mean, when it comes to that shit, I don't,
that was not really like public information.
Nah,
so you don't really want to speak on it.
Yeah, exactly. And I can't tell you who was right and who was wrong anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
Because I don't know.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? I don't know exactly who did what. You feel me? But I know it got fucked up, and I know that I signed a contract that I'm supposed to be getting the piece of that chicken.
But they never dropped it. Like, I think there's several
got a new contract sent to me
about that situation. Oh wow, that's okay.
A new contract, and you know what I did?
What?
I ain't signed it. Bitch, we sticking to the original agreement. So if you seeing this, don't worry. I'm keeping the first paperwork. My lawyer looked it over. Because I got lawyers, okay? See, that's what people don't understand. Like, I worry about YouTube and dumb shit, bro. I got lawyers and business attorneys and getting bags, bro.
Real
y'all
life,
can talk that. Y'all can worry about the views all you want. Fuck is you talking about, bro? When I pop out and start flexing, bro, I swear to God, I'm going to let my nuts drag on the floor. Also.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
my God.
Bro's
are
almost
you
40.
at all interested in, because obviously the space has gone from park takeovers to one-on-ones. Are you interested in this, where the space is at? Do you think it's evolved, or do you think it's a little bit dumbed down at this? Where do you land? Do you think it's entertaining?
So 1v1s and 5v5s are two different markets.
1v1 space.
But if you ask me, 1v1s are not nowhere near as entertaining.
Let's see what we got to say about 1v1.
And that is why it's never made it successful in the space of like the NBA, or like even when Tracy McGrady tried to do the OBL. Like, the hypeness of being there and doing it was there, but the hypeness on the watching aftermath of watching the video, that shit didn't do views. It's like when you go to a store to order food, right? And you walk into a grocery store, a buffet. If you go to a buffet and that bitch only got chicken sandwiches, all right?
Love this. Love this.
If you only got chicken sandwiches, all right, and that's all you can order. You may go there, and the sandwich is slap. It's fire. You're going to go there, and you're going to go order once, maybe twice a week, because you like the sandwich. But if you go there, and they got a whole buffet, chicken, steak, tacos, chicken quesadillas, pizza, burgers, fucking, we're going to talk about food, Big Dog University, you know what I'm saying? But only, they gonna be like, only Chris will take fucking the market and turn it into food. Fuck y'all. And I'm losing weight. And I'm losing weight. Fuck y'all.
What are you weighing at these days?
I'm 265 now.
Okay. What's your ideal weight?
240.
240.
Another 25 pounds. And I'll be able to move way lighter. It's going to get very different. I have a specific set of skills. It's going to get very different. But anyway,
So the
Still worried
elements
about
of the
1v1s.
you're referring to the full menu as the elements of the 5-on-5.
because in 5v5 you're gonna get the people talking shit on the sidelines, real neighborhood culture. You know what I'm saying? The head-up matchups, the intensity of you in my neighborhood.
Passing,
you can't fuck with me.
rebounding.
Then you get the lobs, the fucking big blocks, and snags over somebody, and just showing. And then the ball rotation, dime, dope looks. You're a specialist in that, right? You be dropping.
Yeah.
Dots,
I mean, it's
right?
different
Passing,
5v5 and 1v1s.
Yeah, and then you get like the two people on you, fucking jelly lays, like.
You don't get all that in one. Yeah, I guess
Some of my biggest recent clips is I'm going up on 4 people in the paint. You know what I mean? And they can't guard me, and I'm posted. It's a daycare. That shit did fucking what, $1.2 million, 1.2 million. So it's like, bro, that's the point. Is that you're getting elements from the park that you will never get anywhere else, bro.
Right.
How y'all feel
It's
about
neighborhood
1v1s?
culture. It is park culture. That is why on my profile it says Park King, because that's really where I grew up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
the energy at the parks and the takeover phase was just like, it wasn't only like intense and everything, but it was just like everybody was out there just having a great time too, flying around up and down the court,
Yeah,
throwing lobs,
doing fun
getting
shit,
hype.
talking shit.
Yeah,
And that's what I'm saying. The elements of it is so different. Because then you also it also makes it so it's not just for everybody. Because if you have a team and they don't work together as a team, then they're ass. Don't matter how good the players are. Right? So if you look at the lineup, let's say in Phoenix right now, bro. They were supposed to be going deep in the playoffs last year.
No, they
Feel
weren't.
me? If you ask me, they not working well together in the first year. I'm hoping that they pick it up because I love the team. You know what I'm saying? Work together. It's hard to get people together, a group of people together that can work together and create elements of winning basketball, let alone, and then also the same factor for entertainment.
right.
So it's like in street ball. So what happens is though is that people, for example, the 1v1 company that's doing the most right now, right? So
Speak about it.
I mean, I don't
Next
wanna,
chapter?
Yeah, the next chapter.
Yeah, no, we can talk about it.
I don't, you know what I mean? Whatever.
Why is he hating on the next chapter?
The next chapter, they doing very, very well with the 1v1 series, and they, but the thing is if you ask me, I say, how far can you take it? And then you got the options of like figuring out what would really be dope is if they figured out a way to like actually turn that pro,
Well,
like
by
make
the
a
time-
pro 1v1 something like
by
that
the-
would be fire.
By the time this releases, I can tell you 2 things. One, they just sanctioned it. I won't drop this until they release. I think it's dropping today or tomorrow. So they sanctioned it as
They're doing
like
it. Frigga
a pro
talked about it.
sport. One,
What?
yeah, it's gonna
Chris
be
White
like
said,
so
"What?"
you're gonna have your professional record,
Yeah.
and then an amateur record, and they have to recognize that. So that's a new thing coming to the 1-on-1 space.
Sheesh,
So
that's
everybody's
tough.
record resets and becomes legitimate. Isn't that crazy? That's the first thing.
Sanction with who though?
I don't know all the paperwork, honestly. I
The
really
NBA?
no, but it's I don't
FIBA
know exactly
Pro?
what I honestly.
It's probably FIBA Pro,
I don't
which
know
is
what
cool.
it is. I don't know the paperwork, but I know that there's going to be a pro record. There's going to be an amateur record, which resets everyone, which is crazy.
Resets everyone. What you mean?
Everyone's record. Everyone's 0-0, and their pro record.
Damn,
like
that's tough.
there's an amateur record now, which is any game you play on YouTube. That's not a professional. It has to be under the umbrella of a sanctioned game to count. That's a really.
Here's the thing. All right,
on.
cool. Go ahead.
Hold on, let me tell you the second thing. Second thing.
I mean, it's big. That's dope. But
The second thing though is they're implementing pay-per-views. So the pay-per-view will be in January. They're releasing the card. So I think that's kind of like a next phase for the 1-on-1 space because you were saying like
and
where
this
can they
motherfucker
take
still
it?
ain't calling me to get no money with me, bro. By the way,
Why is he
the
hating
next
on
chapter
him?
was, we're going to say this one more time, was definitely stemmed off the idea of Hooligans versus the World.
Why
November
is he hating
2022.
on
Go look at my
them?
YouTube.
Why do you feel that way?
Well, Scotty texted me and said, hey, that's a really great idea. You should run with that.
And then how does the idea relate to what they do?
It was the exact same format, 1v1 series to a championship thing, but then he's broken down the episodes instead of just one event straight through.
I
And
feel
then,
like
and then Diesel and Rod were both in Hooligans vs. the World, episode 1,
Were they?
November 2022, when he was
Rob
still working
guy?
on Slim.
I feel like the execution though
Oh, it makes it make. No, let's keep it a bean, right? The production and the execution of the idea is totally like in its own direction. You know, synthetic. That's in synthetic imagination. You know, Scotty's great at that. Right? He's been doing it the whole time. Nick's Briz video started coming out crazy. He took the concepts, made Ballislife East Coast Squad, and did it in his own way, in a very successful way, right? He's good at it. But that's why when he started the next chapter, I supported it. I knew that idea stemmed from me, but I don't give a fuck. I'm not a hater, you know. And plus, you know, it for me it was love. I show love, like, because I figured the love would return. But now look, what the fuck you talking about? Whole shit for a whole lane now, a whole pro division from some shit that I came up with.
Actually,
Do you feel like he was heading that? Do you feel like it's exactly the same though?
Absolutely not. It's not the same. But even himself, he may not even acknowledge that it did come from me because in his mind, he's just thinking. But when you see something and you admire it and it's fire, and then we naturally will mimic it in certain situations when it comes to creative process, right? But you mimic it in your own way, right? It's like remixes. You know, you hear a dope song. How many times you heard another artist jump on that song and they did it their own way and it was fire? Maybe even better than the original sometimes. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah, you're not lying about that.
And the way I put it is like, all right, it's cool. I show love. But now you're getting all this lit shit going on. Because then he brought Frigga in. And you know Frigga coming in with all types of creative sauce, right? So he put his creative sauce on it and expanded it even more with his marketing and the hoopers and everybody he's in tune with. You know what I'm saying? And his vision. Then you got Grayson, his vision and creativity. It's like a whole team of people that added creativity to the same idea. But the reality is that the idea stemmed in one place.
Okay, so
But you know what? I mean, I won't even say that because plenty of people have done 1v1s and shit like that. Right? It's just kind of ironic. All right, so I guess I'm just full of myself and it's a little ironic, you know. It's the irony in that you left Slim's channel.
I think there's a lot.
And said I should run with the Hooligans versus the World 1v1 series, and then you left Slim's channel.
But
you made a whole entire channel about 1v1 series.
Scotty is encouraging.
I think I'm just full of myself in my head.
So if he sees a good idea, he will, and he's encouraging. Like he's not a hater.
Exactly.
He's like he wants you to go do well with it.
Oh, do well with that. Oh, you're not doing well with it. All right, it's mine.
Chris, we know Scotty was gonna rise to the top though, no matter what.
Yeah, he has a creative vision. I mean, he's a creative visionary, and he's very good at what he does production-wise. So either way, that emits success, especially if you work hard, in which he does. Yeah. So, all right, cool.
Yeah. Can't downplay Scotty's success.
But it doesn't change the fact that my friend. Where's my cut, beloved?
His cut is crazy, bro.
I don't feel like it's biting though.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's biting because it's a whole new direction, but it's a whole, and the way he structured it was very meticulous and detailed.
I feel like
how y'all feel about that?
Obviously, it's not the same thing, but it's like
I feel like this thought.
How y'all feel about this?
But if a nickel bag sold in the park, I want in on it.
I feel like this whole thought process though comes from you guys used to work together. You guys used to talk. Hold on. You guys used to talk more often, and you want to be a part of something that you see is going well, and you appreciate when something is run well, and it's being run very well by people that you do respect.
That I fuck with.
Yeah, you do. You do mess with them,
bro.
And that's maybe why.
That's why I supported it. Yeah. I shared, reacted, all types of. I never once brought it up to Scotty. Right. I was like, "Yo, why you biting my shit?"
I feel like you can't really steal people's stuff. It's really just like who does it better nowadays. That's just my honest opinion. I feel like I've learned that throughout my entire just life that, yeah, people copy other people all the time, but it's really just who does it better, who executes it better, who makes the better product.
Once when they tried to do some shit with Slim that was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's my opinion on that.
And I was like, yo, what are you doing, bro? Yeah. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But then it's like, because he came up with the gauntlet shit.
The gauntlet?
Slim had did some shit on his channel called the gauntlet.
Yeah, Slim did that. So that was Slim's idea.
Really?
Yeah.
But it just so happened to happen right after Hooligans vs. World, November 2022.
But a lot of these ideas overlap, though.
They always do. But the influence coming from the character of myself that has when I came in doing what I did, the influence that I spread. Yeah. Think about it. We started the crazy shit goes down at the park.
But your success came from who you are, like
Yeah.
not your ideas.
Yeah. I mean,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
you
you're right about that. It was
are,
really, I guess it was really Nick's ideas because he was fucking.
No, Nick had a big influence on the whole. I'm making a video of the full story of the Ballislife East Coast team. He really started like a lot of the
like the trash talk wave.
All right, we're gonna
It
get
was
into
in
this
for
problem
a-
with
for a
Baller's
while.
life.
But to be
Do
fair,
you know how much money he made off y'all, bro?
yeah,
No, I don't think you do, bro.
I do.
You might start.
No, I really do. But I'm not
Do you
that
know?
kind of guy that like pushes. If
Yo,
something's done, it's done. If there's nothing I can do about it, I
Yo,
leave
I
it.
think I saw the company listed for sale business wise for like $6 million.
Is that a real thing that you just
I'm
said?
dead serious. I think it was 6. I can't remember. It
But
was
bro,
6
it's
or 2.6.
Baller's
I can't remember.
life.
I can't remember.
Baller's life has been around since I was a kid, bro. Like mixtape Baller's life, like they've been around everywhere, dog.
You
Of
never
course
got
they're gonna be
along with
valued
them.
at
You never
6
got
million,
along
bro.
with
Baller's
Ball.
No,
life
actually,
is a
that's a
big
lie.
company.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I actually liked Matt for a long time. I thought we had kind of like an eye to eye like business understanding. That's why, like, listen, you're not gonna record label me, but we can get some money together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was like how.
and
the energy was on.
that's how it was working when you would come on tour with us.
Let's go. But then I realized what he was doing
What do you feel
because
like he
I was
doing?
supposed to be getting a percentage of the backhand money.
You were?
Yeah. See, y'all ain't
It
even
wasn't
know.
just a flat fee.
No,
Gotcha.
I got a percentage too.
You worked that out
Yeah.
for a fact.
What the fuck? Come
Okay.
on, man.
Okay.
You ain't record labeling me.
I'm just making sure.
And we probably peaking. My bad, man. Shit. Bro,
So where did y'all fall out then? Was it that the
because
percentage?
as soon as because the deal was that percentage after the expenses. When I got the list of the expenses and it was put in some bullshit ass spreadsheet and not the actual documents, I was like, oh, he's finessing the expenses and inflating them so he can penny pinch everybody on their percentages.
the expenses of those trips were. I'm not trying to
No, I
defend
know.
anybody, but the expenses were.
No, there
kinda
was
high.
expenses. There was expenses, but the reality is that I know they were inflated.
Okay. I can't say anything
I
about.
know they were inflated.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bold claim.
I've been doing business for a long time before you two, bro. Owned businesses, had parts in businesses, contractual agreements, had to have accountants, people study shit, expense, profit and loss sheets. I've been doing this for a long time, my boy.
Respect.
Feel me?
He
Before
is
you two.
40 years old.
I changed my life by learning this shit.
I'm stopped.
You know what I'm saying? I came from getting to it, getting it out the mud. So for me, I had to learn to change life. Right. So I learned
And
the
that's
details.
what you learned was.
I learned
was
the
business.
details of business and how people operate, especially like corporate guys. You know what I mean? So, and Matt's not even really a corporate guy.
Yeah, he's pretty low maintenance.
He's just like,
Behind the scenes, chill.
yeah, it's just he was smart enough to recognize something was going on to put into it. You know what I mean? But the truth is that he tried to do what And1 did to their players.
How so?
They just capitalized the most off them, maximized. You know how many ads I seen you in that he got 20, 30,000 and he gave you a ban for?
Damn, why is he exposing?
Yeah. I know how it goes.
Your face.
I know how it goes.
Hey, I'll give you $1,000. Take care of this real quick. You want it?
But I agreed to it.
You want it?
I agreed to
Of
it.
course you're gonna agree to it. Of course I want a ban. Fuck you talking.
Bro, but the thing is that with it's my honest opinion about the whole Balls life and doing the players. These players didn't have a platform. Like these players were, I don't want to say nobody, but no one really knew about them. Ballers Life's a big company. They're paying these dudes to come out, play with them, play basketball, get paid to play basketball, and they're winning. Like everyone's winning. Ballers Life winning, they're winning. Of course, the bigger company is always going to have the advantage when it comes to money, bro. Like they're the bigger company. Look at UFC, bro. Like that's just how it is. That's how it's always going to be, bro.
about?
Right.
The fuck?
Right. So I do feel like that's clean business if
It's not, because the whole team should have been getting a percentage of the ad on their video. The whole team.
what do you mean?
If there's a $30,000 brand deal on
Right.
top of a video,
Right.
that is y'all video, y'all work, y'all legs, your body, your entertainment, your energy, your time.
Yeah.
The caffeine video games that y'all played, y'all got 10 bands. Those were $100,000, $150,000 deals.
But they do have a lot of people to pay. And
Those expenses are like 30 bands, including y'all.
And then
Maybe 40.
And then
Every event.
I know what you're saying. I do.
Every event. 40, max 50.
Yeah. I guess I just don't want to like.
You don't want to think that somebody
I'm
with
trying
that
to-
you respect would do that to you.
No, I know how I feel about it, but I also they're not here to defend themselves. So I'm just trying to.
Of course, Matt's just
counteract
gonna
that.
lie. That's what he does. He's a liar. I listened to Matt on the phone tell me that I told him it was okay for him to pay my players instead of pay my business. The conversation me and Matt had about the Ballislife versus Hooligans West Coast game is very simple. Told him the fee. He paid every time he paid me. He paid my business. You pay my business directly. You write it off as a work for hire, or whatever the fuck, and I'm claiming those taxes on my business.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Right? Well, so he was supposed to pay me, and I pay my players. And then he tried to act like
This was that one specific game that you had gotten into it with
Yeah.
Greg, and you kind of fell out with.
I actually
Greg was going to
commentated that game with Dev in
because he was
Arizona.
about to get off the team. He knew that already since the Frigga game. He was done after the Ballislife game. I wasn't even supposed to let him play the Ballislife game, but I let him play because I was like, I'm not going to just leave you on flat on your face to pay your bills. You gotta give you some time. You do this game, the Frigga game. Here's your $1,000 for the Frigga game because I wasn't paying him what I was paying everybody else at the Frigga game because he already. I'm not fucking with you. You're not loyal. You're not a real one. You're not really with us. So you out of here.
Gotta appreciate the honesty. I mean, I'm just happy.
What honesty?
You've never hid anything. You said I paid you less than the other guys because of this.
Yeah.
So
Straight up. You're not with me. You're not even supposed to be here.
Yeah. Right or wrong, you're honest.
He wasn't even supposed to be at the Frigga game. He's calling me crying. Oh, bro, I gotta pay bill. I'm like, all right, you know what? You know who I asked? I asked Cash. I said, Cash, you think I just tell this dude to kick rocks? He said, nah, man. He said, let him pay some bills. I said, all right.
Blazing cash.
Straight up.
I would say that.
I was like, all right, cool. So I let him come play the Frigga game, get a little check, $1,000. And then I let him come. I was going to let him come play the Ballislife game, give him another $1,000, $1,200, whatever, and then get the fuck on. But the truth is that he tried to fuck everything up. That's why I don't like him still. I'll never. People are like, oh, you should get back with Greg. Never.
Damn.
Box
homie
me.
Greg. Box
camera.
him.
That's the only
Damn.
thing you ever going to
What
see.
about Greg versus Chris White, big man next chapter matchup, pay per view? You would sell. You would sell.
I would fucking destroy him.
That would sell.
I want to box though. I don't
You don't want to play?
I don't want to play. I want to box
knows?
him.
Depends how much money. It depends how much money it is. You see that money maker put the ego and pride away. And if it's a bag, if you was talking about a bag, we could talk about it.
So are a lot of the issues that you had though in the space been financial? Like it seems like the Ballislife stuff was like just not seeing eye to eye on the business side.
Not even that. He on the phone. This is what I was saying. Matt on the phone called me and made up some pretend conversation. Y'all never heard a grown man talk like this. We had a convo. He knew he was supposed to pay me. And then he says, in the contract, I said I'm paying your players. I'm like, bro, I told you I'm paying my players. And you're going to send the 15 of my shit. And I'll take care of mine. We had a conversation. Oh, in the contract, I'm like, I don't give a fuck what the contract says.
Damn.
Me and you had a conversation. We know what we was talking about. Right. He goes, you're lying. And he sounded like he was like recording.
Contracts are tough,
I'm
yo.
like,
I'm not going to lie.
What? I'm like, this dude's a grown-ass man running a business, literally just lying on the phone saying I'm lying.
Contracts are
Like a
tough, bro.
12-year-old.
Contracts are tough.
You know, like kids were like, no,
Not gonna lie.
I'm like, bro, what? We're talking about a grown man I've done business with. We done a bunch of shit. And you're telling me I'm lying when you know we had a conversation. You always pay my business. And I told you I'm paying my players. You pay me and my company, and I'll pay my players. The way I put it is that after hearing that shit, that's when I was like, all right, man, I'm not coming.
To the
Hooligan versus World Ballislife game.
yeah, that was in Arizona,
versus
right?
Balls.
And you were like,
Yeah.
I'm
Versus
not,
West Coast squad.
I'm not pulling up. I'm going
not
to do
going.
my
I'm
own
good.
takeover.
Bro, imagine.
Tough.
Because at that point, then he hit me back later, and he was like, I was like, bro, nah, I need my money up front now, because you playing weird, you being weird. Like, what are you doing? And at that point, I thought we had, and this is where I'm thrown off, because I thought me and Matt, we had
Similar view.
we had the understanding, like, I'm a business, we working together. You're not gonna record label me, but we can get some money together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my mentality about it.
Tough.
So
How y'all
when
feel
shit-
about
when-
that?
When it's just, I'm hearing this on the phone, I'm like, what the fuck? Oh my God, something weird really going on. Like, I'm not doing this. We're not, because then if you think about it, now it's bad energy going into it. I know y'all gonna hold me. I already be watching y'all hold everybody in the games. The referee, they hold the shit out of y'all, East Coast squad, every game. Every time y'all play the West Coast squad, y'all got tackled
It was physical.
per play.
Yeah,
And
I will
then
say,
you do it back, and they're like, oh, that's a foul.
the games got out of control. The second, like, it's
It's not out of control. They just didn't call a fair game. I'm going to call a
Tough.
spade a spade. They didn't call fair fucking games. They basically wanted the West Coast squad to win, and it was very obvious.
Fixed for ball is
why
life.
why do you think they would want the West Coast squad to win?
Because that's who he's with all the time. Who lasted the longest? Even them they're not paying now.
West Coast Squad was low-key the shit, bro.
Ballislife squad don't even exist.
Neither.
Because he want all the money.
Neither do. Yeah, we're both.
But the real reason why it don't exist because he wants all the money.
Damn, balls like don't exist.
So he's like, nah, fuck that. I can just
thought
go
they
and
still have a
film
West Coast
high
squad.
school games and other stuff, and it's all my money.
Yeah.
I thought they
RVs
still
went
had a
down,
West Coast
and
squad.
then-
Well, it went down because then you're not being creative. You lost Scotty because you didn't want to pay him.
You guys, I thought they had a West Coast squad.
You didn't want to pay him either. You want to keep all the money. What the fuck? What's wrong with you, dude? What the fuck is wrong with you? God damn.
He not
Just
lying about that
fucking
though,
spread
because
the love. Spread the money, the wealth.
corporate
Everybody's
money is
winning,
different,
winning
y'all.
together. You know what I'm saying? Like, my fault, man. I'm yelling because I'm passionate about the shit. Like, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy to me.
corporate
dog.
money is
Like,
different, y'all.
what
Corporate
you
money is
did,
different.
And then he milked the caffeine shit to
No
the point
cap.
they didn't want to do nothing no more. Because he was just sending bots for views. He wasn't even really trying to promote it. He was just using the bot views on fucking caffeine, making it look like he did $1 million.
Damn. bot
those I was
views.
confused by those numbers. As someone that did social media years before all of that,
didn't
the
make sense,
caffeine
bro.
stuff, it didn't really make sense. I'm not.
Big
I don't
companies
know
bot
who
views
sent
all the time,
bots,
y'all. Not gonna lie.
But I know there was not as much hype around that game as like and it's specific to caffeine. It's not YouTube. It's hard to get 1 million views on caffeine, and I was confused by those views.
To the
I'll be
point,
honest.
he fucked it up for everybody. To the point where they're like, we're not doing basketball no more. Fuck this shit.
All right, so if all of
Balls
this
like
would've
probably
worked
made hella
out
bread
with
on
the
that
5-on-5
caffeine. Y'all remember that
teams,
caffeine era?
Savage, in a perfect world, I would say the Savage Squad with you on it was like, that was y'all ceiling. Like the Hoolies.
never gonna be
the
my
Hoo-
ceiling.
Yeah,
Ever.
I respect that because
I'm never gonna let
you
that
have
be my
faith in
ceiling.
yourself and your ceiling.
Yeah.
But
But
where
it-
y'all
but 5v5
reached,
wise, yeah.
you guys reached a crazy level. So if say everything stayed the same and like, what's the cap? what was the end for the 5-on-5 space? Because it feels like it was gonna end inevitably at some point. But where? I mean, did
That's a
we
really good question.
Did we milk it out, or could it have ended up somewhere where we could have really had some long term?
Well, you would have had to have people that are willing to work together.
Okay, so that's the barrier. That's where it ended. was
That's where
when
it ends.
people's egos got in the way.
Everybody wants the top spot. And then, because on top of the fact they want the top spot viewership-wise, you got to understand as a basketball player, right?
Right.
Ego.
It's competitively in two ways.
I want to win.
Yeah, I want to have more followers than you, and I want to win. So I'm not even going
Facts.
to collab with you sometimes.
He not lying.
Yeah,
Everyone want
that's
to be
a
on
fact.
top.
So, and if you eliminate that, you're now eliminating what companies like the NBA have.
So the
Schedules.
the negligence to work together in the 5-on-5 was the end of it. That's when it died.
It's still going.
Yeah.
It's still going for the people who are not allowing other people to determine what they do.
Yeah.
I'll give you a prime example. Showtime just made a schedule. He plotted a tour, promoted it, reached out to hoopers, reached out to people in the city.
Like you said, the schedule, people are getting used to it now, and
He's getting views.
it's growing.
He's bro.
Energy's there. It's like nostalgic.
It's about people and the effort that they put in.
And that's in Canada.
And then here's the other thing. What else did he do? Collab.
Who'd he collab with? recently?
Cam.
Yep.
Frigga.
Yep.
So he did his own thing, and then he incorporated his own thing.
Y'all know
collabs
we
with people
Showtime
that
K
fuck
on the
with him.
channel, man.
It just so happened that the people that fuck with him is like Cam, and Cam's Cam was the only one who who was like, this is my market, fuck you, and actually did it successfully.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was the only one who did it successfully.
Well,
because it's a very slim chance when you do that you're still gonna grow. But he did that because he plays the nice little guy. Oh, it's my fault. I'm the victim.
But
guys, I'm the victim.
that's not enough to get you there, though.
Well,
do you think
he also put
What the
the obviously.
But do you think he's one of the most talented creators / entertainers that in the space? Because to get to that point,
Damn, why is he
What?
laughing?
But it's not the idea necessarily. It's like the execution, and he's a part of the execution.
I'll
know
be
what I'm
honest.
saying? Like to get to that
I
level
think
and
Cam
stay there?
appeals to the newer generation. Better
Well, I
than
think
a
that's
lot
his
of other
audience. He doesn't.
people. He appeals to them.
Our audience is
Yeah,
like
bro, hating
20s,
on
30s.
Cammy
Yeah.
Whammy.
It's a different
People
audience.
that have because they have a different type of standard for what a man should be like.
Yeah.
The newer generation, they have a different standard.
It is. I mean, his viewership is largely kids.
Yeah.
Wait,
and
what is he
that-
talking about?
Sometimes
But
it scares me
nonetheless.
when he starts twerking ass and shit on the camera.
Oh,
and
you
shit.
talking about yeah?
Scare me,
Cam,
bro.
Cam
They
looks
teaching
like
these
he
kids
says
to do
on
that shit.
TikTok.
I don't like Cam's character. I don't like who he is.
Damn.
Nah. I did. I thought he was a real
like
guy.
Cammy
And I showed
Whammy?
him a lot of love. You know? To be honest, like, transparently, outside of, like, my real character, like, who I am in real life, Mr. Punch You in the Face, like, I was hurt by Cam. You know what I mean? Like, it bothered me that I thought when, you know, doing what we was doing in the moment, I thought that, you know, we would develop like a cool like vibe and like a love. You know what I mean? Like that's my dog. You know what I mean? Same with a lot of other creators that I thought was really my people. But the point is that what I learned is not everybody's experiences are mean the same thing.
Facts.
So me and somebody could be having an experience, and in my mind, I'm like, oh, this is lit, this is my dog. And in their mind, it's just another day. That's cool, yeah. And they're just putting on a face.
Right.
Okay.
So
I respect him on that.
not everybody's experiences means the same thing to them.
That's a gem.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And that's just something I had to learn. Because you remember, I came into this YouTube shit still street mentality, street business mentality. Because society these days is, they don't understand, they're blind, dog. Oh, you're confrontational. You calling my favorite creator out, you're dark. I'm calling your favorite creator out on the truth.
yeah.
That is the light.
No, you're right about.
And
that.
God said it, there shall be light, and I promise you there will be, my brother. I promise you there will be. And but regardless of that, it's like it's that people look at the confrontation. So now that there's confrontation with other creators, now they shy away. They're not watching.
Right.
No more. Oh, fuck that guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh,
Just
fuck
because they
Chris.
went against their favorite creator, but not
Who they only watching because he's doing 1 million views anyway.
Yeah.
They're not even watching because they really appreciate what he does. Yeah, and then if they happen to come across like bro, if you ask me, some of these creators, I'm not gonna name names, but some of these creators is not even really, they're boring. They're not even really entertaining. I can't get past 10 minutes.
Damn.
I'm like, fuck this.
I know he's not talking
This is
about
terrible.
me.
You know what I'm saying? And it's got 1 million views. I'm like, what the fuck? All right, whatever. That's what floats your boat. You know what I mean? I'm just saying it's just sad to see people not able to like kind of recognize like, bro, what the details are.
Yeah.
But then again, my opinion and my perception, my details may be different than somebody else's. They might have
Respect.
saw something from me that they ain't like, and that's when they switch. I don't know.
Yeah.
But damn, you ain't even man enough to look me in the eyes and talk about it? Sheesh. No wonder you with this new generation.
Yeah, I do think that's one thing that bothers me though is like the people will distance themselves. This applies to real life and the YouTube space. They will distance themselves, talk crazy behind someone's back, but not have an actual tough conversation. Because I mean, you don't need to have the conversation, but like some conversations need to be had.
I'm a fucking
Some
man.
conversations need to be had. Right.
I've never met any stand-up man that is a good dude and a good person not be able to look me in my eyes like, yo, what's up?
Yeah. We disagree.
What the fuck? What we doing?
Oh,
the nature of a man.
man.
The fuck you talking about? Look me in my face, tell me you feel some type of way about something, bro. Yo, that was fucked up, man. I ain't jacking that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm shouting.
Chris
I'm barely
White back
letting you
on his
talk.
stuff.
Nah.
Hey man, this is actually a pretty good interview. Shout out to Chris White. Apparently he's still the exact same person. Shout out to A Millie for the Millie Media video, man. Other than that, man, we out this day. Peace.